Yes. And you are listening to Serving Up the D, a Detroit sports podcast, Mr. Radio Guy. And again,
Mr. Radio Guy in our matching tiger hats. We got the memo.
yep, Wes, Gary, and I want to get right into it
I know you
because
do. You're fired up. I
I'm
saw you all over Twitter today, trying to flame
so,
people.
so tired of the Lamar Jackson stuff. I get it, writers got to put out what they have to put out just to get the clicks and all that stuff. But honestly, can we please just stop with the Lamar Jackson stuff? The Lions don't need him. They don't. They don't need him if he's not 2 first-round picks. They don't need him for all of the money. Jared Goff is fine. Jared Goff can win you games. Jared Goff can take this team to the Super Bowl. This team is built for Jared Goff. Our offensive coordinator didn't pass up head coaching jobs to come back to the Detroit Lions to completely revamp his offense to work for a guy who throws for 3,000 yards. This is not a team that is a fit for Lamar Jackson, and I'm so tired of hearing about it. The Ravens are the first in shotgun offense. 95% of their plays are out of the shotgun. The Lions are second to bottom. They're 31st in shotgun plays. So what? Ben Johnson's like, I don't want to be a head coach. I'm going to come back to the Lions so we can get Lamar Jackson. I have to redo my entire offensive game plan, change blocking schemes, everything for Lamar. This isn't Madden. This isn't plug and play. And then you go online and you see Lions fan. And I know I am a hater of Lions fans. I'm one. But
it's an understatement.
I absolutely can't stand this fan base. You've got people out there who are talking about trading for Lamar Jackson, giving up 2 first-round picks, who don't understand how the situation works, and then they want to draft guys like Hendon Hooker as well. Are you fucking kidding me? So let's trade for Lamar Jackson, pay him in a massive amount of money, and then draft Hendon Hooker as what? The guy that's going to hold his shoes in the locker room? Because it doesn't make any sense. You've got people trying to create trades that make little to no sense. Hey, let's give up Jared Goff and throw in a bunch of bag of balls and stuff, like the Ravens are going to be like, cool, please, can we do that? Or I hear Trey Lance. Let's trade for Trey Lance, a guy who's played a combined, 5 games in the NFL? And he hasn't played football in 2 years? Can we stop? Just stop with the Lamar Jackson stuff. Real life isn't Madden. Put down your controller, stop your franchise, and let's move on to the guy that we have, the guy that's been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL over the last year and a half, and let's move on. Because we have the Lions are actually looking like a franchise that you can kind of be proud of as a Lions fan, which for the majority of all of our lifetimes hasn't been a thing. The Lions have been a laughingstock. And now we want to what? Revamp, completely tear it down, the offense, rebuild it around a guy who doesn't pass the ball well. He doesn't pass the ball well. He doesn't. Goff is a way better quarterback. Lamar Jackson is a better athlete. He's more exciting, and he's got a greater highlight reel. But guess what? Last time I checked, Jared Goff played in the Super Bowl, so he's good enough to get you to the Super Bowl. And I get it. Well, the team around him. Well, this team that we have for the Lions is an actually pretty good fucking team around him, and it's built around him. Again, Ben Johnson didn't pass up head coaching jobs to come back to try and change the offense for Lamar Jackson. So let's just stop, Lions fans. Stop now and just put it aside. You can do it on your Madden. You can do it on whatever other shit you play, football, video games out there. But you can't. You can't do it in real life. The Lions aren't going to do it. And that's it.
No,
you
but
can't.
For those of you that missed it, Lamar today, right before John Harbaugh was about to speak with the media, Lamar comes out with a lengthy post on Twitter saying he's demanded to be traded back on March 2nd. Basically,
setting off a shitstorm.
Poo-pooing the idea that basically that's what the non-exclusive franchise tag is. The opposing teams know the asking price. It's 2 first-round picks and paying Lamar Jackson. Nobody's willing to pay it. He has no leverage in this situation other than fucking the Ravens on cap space. The Lions being smart about it, not publicly dismissing it, giving the impression, hey, quarterback could even be in play at 6 for trade purposes. Holmes and Campbell, since day one, have said it loud and proud. Jared Goff is our guy.
He's Holmes' guy.
Can win.
Yeah, exactly.
We can win with Jared Goff.
I'm just tired of why do we keep throwing Jared Goff under the bus? Like, why do we want to get rid of him so badly? And I know when he first got here, I wasn't a huge fan, and I probably came on the first iteration of this podcast and said, get rid of Jared Goff and move on. But guess what? He's done everything to prove me wrong and shut me up. And just like I was like with Joanne and the basketball thing at Michigan, where I was like, I thought it was the worst thing possible. And then he turned that around and I was like, oh no, it was actually a pretty good hire. And now he's completely smacked me in the face and made me look like an idiot for turning around on my fucking take the first time and I should have stuck with it. Well, this time I don't think I am sticking with Jared Goff. It's ride or die with Jared Goff.
Why would you not stick with Jared Goff at this point? All he's done is play at an elite level for the last year and a half. There's no need to usher him out of town for a depreciating asset like Lamar. I mean, and he's a distraction. And he's a distraction, and he's a diva. Lamar.
I don't even want to get into he doesn't the locker room. He doesn't ever seem to be a bad guy. I'm not gonna I don't care about any of that stuff. When I'm talking strictly football. Nothing against Lamar. I love watching Lamar. He is awesome. And if he wants to be awesome on the Jets, so be it. But the Lions don't suit him. And I don't know why every single day you turn on the TV or the computer or the phone and you look at it and you see possibility of landing spot for Lamar Jackson, Detroit Lions. Odds for the Lamar Jackson's next place, Detroit Lions. And I'm just like, do these people not actually watch the games and know the way the Lions run their offense? Lamar Jackson's not going under center 90% of the time. It's just it doesn't make any sense. It's like, I get it, it's clicks, and Detroit fans are some of the clickiest clickers. Gotta get in there. Ooh, fancy toy, Lamar Jackson. Woohoo! He's gonna do spin moves, and I can hit that X button.
Thought you were about to do the curly shuffle there.
Honestly, I'm gonna hit that X and do that spin move. Well, that's cool, but I don't want to run Army and Navy's offense.
Well, Lions fans, like you said, we haven't had a star here since Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders type player ever, especially at quarterback. And Lamar runs really fast. He is that marketable star. Doesn't throw the ball as well as Jared Goff does. And he was an MVP.
That was a long time ago now.
I know.
That was
like 4 or 5
before we all lived in a world of COVID. So
I understand that. I'm just saying what Lions fans see.
And even in that year, it wasn't like the greatest passing. Yes, he did have a lot of touchdowns that year, but it wasn't like a massive amount of yards. I just don't understand the Lamar Jackson Lions thing. I get Lamar Jackson is a good player, and I get that he'll fit in certain places, but Detroit is not one of them. Just like I said, just look at the way they run their offense. It's the complete opposite of what the Ravens do. So now we're just gonna completely overhaul everything in less than half an off season now, and come out and be awesome next year because we have Lamar Jackson? Like is he gonna just run around every single play? Because this has been building.
What are you giving up
for it?
6'6", 18? What are you going to give up?
It would be. I wouldn't give up
6 and/or 18.
It would be 18. Well, they would give up 8 if they did the non-exclusive. It would be 18 in next year's Lions pick because they're not going to use. They can't use the traded pick because it's part of the bargaining agreement. So it's the Lions official pick. this year, and then it would be whatever their pick is next year. So you're giving up 18 and probably, and
Well,
next year hopefully 20 something. So you're giving up 18, 20 something plus paying him all of that guaranteed money that he wants.
So you're talking about two guys over the next 6 years that you'd have team control over, and not have and have to pay Lamar.
So you're losing your 2 first picks.
You're giving up all that.
Yeah, your 2 first picks that are team control fun contracts for the next 5 years, and then you're getting Lamar and paying him a shit ton of money, and losing those 2 picks. I don't even want. It's not even.
No GM's going to do it.
The Lions aren't going to do it. I think certain teams might. Like, if I'm the Jets, I honestly believe that it would be... I don't know why Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. I get it. But they're ready to win right now, and they don't have a good quarterback. They don't have Jared Goff. That's the difference between the Lions and the Jets are kind of the same. They're pretty good teams missing certain things. Well, the Lions were its defensive stuff they needed to help with. They've actually made great moves this offseason. I think they will be a lot better. The difference between the Lions and the Jets is the Lions have Jared Goff, and the Jets drafted a guy based on hype, like someone will do this year with Richardson, and it cost them.
Somebody wanted him.
Yeah, I know.
I
was one of those guys who bought into the hype. I was like, hey, draft Milf Hunter. He'll be a great quarterback, and that backfired. But that's the difference between the Jets and the Lions. The Jets need a quarterback. The Lions don't need a quarterback. Difference.
Let's say something that's going to bring up some positive news.
The difference, though. There's a difference between a team that needs a quarterback and a team that doesn't need a quarterback. Lions fans need a quarterback.
Let's say something that's going to make you happy. Something to bring you up a little bit after the rough day that you've had. Calais Campbell scheduled to visit with the Lions this week.
Old, but I like it. He's a
rotational guy.
He won't play a ton.
Manages snaps.
I believe last year he had a decent amount of sacks and stuff.
He had six sacks last year.
And all of the young guys in the locker room. So yeah, no, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
I mean, they haven't signed him. I know he's meeting with the Jets as well, and I don't know anybody else, but
I wouldn't hate it.
You add him to that free agent mix that they've already put together.
Nope, don't hate it.
It's another nice piece.
Don't hate it at all.
It's a hell of a lot better than Lamar Jackson.
No, I don't even think Lamar's a reality. If you actually sit down with Campbell and Holmes and said, "Hey, is this even a possibility?" I think they might have made a phone call, or I doubt that even happened. But do your due diligence, whatever. I think they would both say not a fucking chance. Like I said, Ben Johnson didn't come back here to revamp his offense.
And if you're the Ravens, why would you settle for anything less than the non-exclusive price tag of the two first-rounders?
Because their player's disgruntled. Fucking make them sit out.
Don't care.
Yeah, it's not, and it's not the Lions' problem. I don't want it. I don't want that problem. I don't want that anything. Honestly, at the end of last year, the Lions were winning those games and doing so well. Everybody was pumped for the playoffs. I didn't see anybody want to throw Jared Goff out the window then. All the people are, oh, look at his stats with 27 TDs and 7 picks or something.
Stats.
Goff was outstanding. Nobody wanted to throw him away. Now all of a sudden it's like, we can get Lamar, who can't throw, but he can fucking create a highlight.
Are you done?
And I'm done. I won't be done though, because this is gonna happen tomorrow. Tomorrow Lamar will post some bullshit on Twitter and the odds will change, and somehow Detroit will still be top of the list.
Well, now that I brought you back up with the Calais Campbell news, I'll bring you back down. Michigan State hoops blows a golden opportunity against Kansas State last Thursday.
Yep. They did not capitalize on this tournament at all. This was the year. The setup this year ended up being perfect for them to get that title, but nope, couldn't get those backdoor cuts. And
I thought this one on the staff. I thought the kids kind of played their hearts out.
Oh, the game, it was an outs. I'm not in the. I like to say, it was a fantastic game. Like it was.
No, I don't give a shit about any of that.
And I didn't enjoy it at all because we lost. And guess what? We lost a chance at a national title because of it.
the defensive game plan, like I said, I put this on the coaching staff. The defensive game plan was putrid. We made a 5'8" Marquise Noel a household name.
Bounce
Instead of
pass, alley-oop.
instead
He
of
drives
forcing
the
him to
lane
finish,
and 5 of our guys guard him like he's fucking Kobe. Like, what are
instead
we
of
doing?
ever adjusting and forcing him to finish at the rim over people,
That's what I said.
we
I was
just
like,
stood around.
you live with
We
that.
stood around and watched him make every no look pass imaginable.
If he's going to go Allen
You know,
Iverson, drive the lane and go over top of our bigs and score, fine. So be it. I am happy to lose that way. But I don't want to lose.
If he scores
the way we
35
did.
and they win,
Yeah, I don't
so
want to lose.
like you said, if he scores 35 and they
assists.
win, so be it.
Fucking, I was so
Thought
pissed
the
off.
staff. I thought the staff waited way too long to put Jaden Akins on him.
They
I
did.
mean, last 5 minutes of the game, all of a sudden you put somebody with length that can keep him in front of him.
It was it sucks. It sucks because of the way everything's kind of worked out now. And honestly, people are like, oh, but it's so good for the sport to have all these fun different teams. No, it's not. I hate it. I am not interested at all.
We'll get to the Final Four in a minute. Then Tom Izzo with the terrible look at the end and the post game presser saying Kansas State was lucky. No, they made some awareness plays. Some of the you attribute it to luck a little bit when you're banking in a three from off your ankles, but it was also an awareness play, man. I mean, the kid knew the shot clock was expiring and threw it up there and made something happen. It was better than Malik Hall letting the ball go out of bounds on
Don't get me started. Don't get me started again. Oh, Malik Hall, I love you. Just, yeah. It's done. It was such a disappointment. The way I didn't expect much, and then they gave you hope. They played really well in that game, and then for some reason they just didn't want to defend. And it was like, what are we doing? Or they over-defended on one guy who shouldn't have been. You leave him. Let him. If he like I said, if he goes AI and he beats you, he beats you. But to just crash on him every fucking time, and then, kick out. And then for a team that's not great at sinking threes, I knew it. Those motherfuckers couldn't miss a three. Splash.
Yeah,
splash.
Yeah,
Fuck this.
That Masood kid, man.
Yeah,
made 1 3 in the first 2 games of the tournament. Makes 5 against us.
I knew that was going to happen. It's just one of those things. One of
Malik
those
Hall has
fucking Michigan State things.
Has an inbounds pass thrown off of his ass for a layup.
Not the best way to end the season.
No, it was frustrating but for what it's worth, I think FA would have given us a handful too.
Oh, for sure. I think they all would have, but I would have liked our chances at securing a title, or at least we should be in the. I don't even. Again, it's just so irritating.
Then you get into a little bit of the roster construction for next year. It's definitely interesting. Hauser appears to be done. He's pretty much said as much.
I think he kind of made it clear.
So that leaves the 4 freshmen coming in, Kohler and Holloman from this year, and Carson Cooper. So there's seven of the 13 scholarships. Sissoko, Akins, AJ Hogard. So that's 10. Then you get into does Hall, Tyson Walker, and Pierre Brooks. Do any of them come back? I think Walker does.
Yeah.
Hall they might have to have a conversation with.
I don't know. Yeah.
Be a tough one because I think Izzo's going to be extremely loyal to him.
Yeah, I
think if he wants to come back, Izzo's going to say, "Yeah, come on back." I think it might be better for everybody if he moved on, though.
They're going to be
him,
good.
Everyone else.
They'll be a good team next year.
They're going to be really good. It's just you look around at this Final Four we're going to talk about here in a minute, and there aren't a whole lot of freshmen playing in this Final Four. It's a lot of portal guys.
Yeah, well, they're
these are portal teams.
4-year guys.
Right. There's no McDonald's All-Americans left in this tournament. I saw Seth Greenberg say that on ESPN today. Shout out to Seth.
1 or 2 seasons left. It's been a wild, wacky year. We knew that. Everybody knew that. It was a weird year to begin with. The Blue Bloods were down. It's a product, I
And
think,
it's
of the one and done and the NIL and the.
you've got all these kids hitting the portal now too, while the games are still getting played. I mean, it's really really
We
bizarre.
also looked at the draft, mock draft boards and stuff, where half of these guys aren't even in college. They're like, oh, this
You know,
guy's
Jet
in Europe and the other guys are all in the G League, and it's like, who the fuck are half these guys?
Jet with two T's
Oh, he
declared.
did. I didn't see that today. Was that today?
No, that was
I
I
missed
think
that.
last
Jeez,
Thursday. I
how
think
did,
it was
I must
Thursday.
have.
The
I
day.
was
I,
busy. We
I
were
messaged
busy
it to you. You just
Thursday
you
watching
just don't.
our
I
team.
messaged it to you. You just don't read.
I don't have time. I was probably heated about something or
Reading's
other.
hard. Then you tell me something like 20 minutes later. I'm like,
Hey, you
yeah,
see this?
scroll up,
Fuck.
pal. Um, but no, I'd like to see us all go to
So
the portal.
Jet
I
left.
think I
I
think
had Jawan's not long for that job. Then
where's he gonna go?
he's gonna go off into
Go be
retirement.
an assistant in the
Fucking-
NBA.
He can be, yeah, an assistant in the NBA or a bad college coach. I don't know. Take your pick.
He's already
Yeah.
that.
So take your pick. You can go be an assistant or stay as a bad college coach. It's up to him, I guess.
But no, I think Pierre Brooks, like I said, definitely needs a change of scenery where he can go be a shot maker somewhere in the MAC, some smaller school, smaller level school where he can shoot 20 times a game.
Hunter Dickinson should leave. I don't know why he like if he was smart, he'd
He should go in the
He would go
portal.
in the portal and go to a place like
Go to
one of these.
Kentucky
No,
or-
not even Kentucky. Go to like a school like
go to a-
one of these mid-major schools where he would be scoring 30 fucking
Where
plus
they're,
points a game.
where they're gonna focus him.
Yeah, the
focus on
offense
him
will
in the
run
offense.
completely through him like Michigan should. I can't stand the guy, but he's a good fucking college player. And if you put him on a team like a Gonzaga or something, he would be a fucking stud.
Well, look how good that Russian kid for FAU was, Golden.
He's just
You
stuck
didn't-
in a
you
place
didn't
where
watch,
they
did
don't
you?
really give a shit. I didn't watch the FAU game, the last one. No. I couldn't bring
Yeah,
myself to it.
he's a 7-foot kid. He's a little bit more athletic than Dickinson, I think. I think he's a little bit better in pick and roll situations because Dickinson cannot guard in a pick and roll situation. Has no foot speed to speak of. So, but he's a 7'1" body that can get down low and make a hook shot. So, anyway, like we said, the Final Four. Ugh.
CBS is not
TV
happy.
ratings. A TV exec's nightmare.
CBS isn't. I'm not happy. It's not what I can't stand. So I fucking if Miami wins, I'm gonna be pissed. I fucking hate. If there's a Miami fan who ever stumbles upon this, fuck you. I hate you. I hate your school. It's a private school, and half of you fuckers would never get in. So shut up. God, I hate Miami. I hate their fans.
I'm a hoops nerd, so kind of the FAU San Diego State game sort of interests me in a way because it's an interesting blend of styles where you're going to see San Diego State, who can't score, play FAU, who turns it over a bunch of times. So, like I said, most people hate it, won't watch it.
It's
but
for basketball
I'm here
nerds.
for it.
It's like fun.
Yeah, for
But
me, it's fun.
For people like me who I like basketball. I don't love basketball. I could give two shits. It doesn't. There's no appeal. There's no sex appeal.
I know this is like you watching Mountain West football.
Yeah, exactly. See, I love that, and I'll watch fucking every single game. But I can't do. I just can't. I get it. It's fun. It's cute. I want sex appeal. I want UNC, Duke, Michigan State.
You had that last year.
I want that. I want those guys. I want the best players, and I get it. Maybe these guys are really good, and it's a cute story, and they've all got everybody's from New York
Like I said,
apparently now, and just so fucking done.
They're all 20 something. So
Yeah, I was rooting for Timmy. I wanted Timmy to do it, but then they went out. So now it's like I don't have any driving interest to root for something. I was hoping, you know what, get the Zags a title. This was the year to do it, and they fucked it up too.
just the year to do it for almost anybody
That's not a team that gets 5 one and dones and rolls them out there with a ball. Kentucky,
Duke, looking at you, Duke.
Kentucky, UNC. You know,
Caleb Love hit the portal today too.
that kid from Oregon, the big 7-footer. I think he was a McDonald's All-American. Big, tall kid.
Oh,
Fucking.
yeah. Talk about the Canadian kid that committed to state. Are you?
I don't remember. I saw the Oregon kid transferred. I was transferring out, going to the portal.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
So I don't know.
Well, Caleb Love was one of the bigger names I've seen so far.
And that's college basketball talk. Brought to you by.
The most I can sneak in.
But yeah, I know. We'll see. You got any picks for that Final Four?
I like FAU versus UConn. UConn running away with it in the final.
I think, yeah, UConn. Hopefully. I won't be.
Miami can score,
Miami.
so it's going to be
Fuck
interesting.
Miami. I hope they lose so bad. If Miami wins and it's like Miami against
UConn's just ridiculously
FAU
deep, though. UConn can fight you any way you want to fight. So
yeah, they're good. They're good. They were underseeded. Whatever. They got real hot late.
true.
They seem to do that often when it comes to tournament time.
Well, when they get to the Final
Ripping
Four,
them
they
off.
usually win it. So unlike
They get
Michigan
hot
State, who
late
gets
and
to the
just
final.
run it.
Unlike Michigan State, who gets to the Final Four and rolls over like a fucking dog.
Or just don't get there. And then soon we'll be breaking down
Quick question for you.
situation.
Thought about this today right before we were going to go on. Would you give up the second title from Izzo for Tucker to win a national title in football?
So Michigan State never gets a college basketball title while Izzo's there, but Mel Tucker wins a national title? Oh, hands down, I'm taking the national title from Tuck. Give me the football title. Give me the football title. I lived through the Izzo title. We haven't lived through a football title. We weren't alive in 1966.
66. I was close.
So we didn't get to enjoy that. So no, definitely taking that. But those type of questions are fun when you do that. But dumb it down a little. Would you take the Izzo title or so? Michigan State wins a title with Izzo, say, next year, but Mel Tucker's a complete failure. Would you take the title and Tuck fails?
Oh.
So Tucker wins like 3 games. We win 3 games next year.
Tucker wins 3 games and 4 games and
then gets fired. And then Izzo wins. We get the title, though, in basketball next year. Would you do that? Would you take the title and Mel being a failure and having to restart that whole thing again?
Oh, wow.
See, that's a tough one.
No.
You'd keep letting Tuck and hopefully.
Is Tuck going to be successful? Wait. Are we saying Tuck's?
No. Tuck's a complete failure. Like he's going to get fired.
No. But if I give up Izzo in the second title, is Tucker going to?
Then we have
Tucker's going to be successful.
We're going to have. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to be like 9 games, 10 games, on a consistent basis. Maybe not a title. Maybe not like a natty, but he's going to be good. Like win games, beat rivals, always be in the hunt.
Are we Iowa? Are we Iowa or are we D'Antonio level?
Well, like D'Antonio. What D'Antonio did. Like you can't guarantee a title, but he's going to be consistently in the hunt. He's going to beat Ohio State 1 out of every 4 years or something. Like he's always going to be in the hunt, and not.
I'll give up the second title.
So I don't know, man. Giving up a national title would be tough. But yeah, I couldn't watch. Yeah, I could not watch my football team just be completely god awful for a decade.
Yes.
No. Yeah, I'm with you. I want Tuck to be good. Tuck's got to work out. To be honest, Tuck has to work out.
Yeah, if we have to reset the football program again, that might be the last reset of my lifetime. So
no, he's got to be good. We got to be good. Turn it around. We'll see. We'll see who's behind center.
Hauser.
Yep, we'll see.
Joey Hauser, or Caitlin, whatever his name is, Caton.
Joey Hauser. Oh, there's an interesting. We'll be able to scan the field. On that note,
it's been fun.
Yeah.
If you like this shit, be a friend, tell a friend.
And if you don't, well, tell your people that you don't like, and they can listen to it and be annoyed.
Because we don't give a fuck.
Alrighty.